All right, welcome, people. I got a couple of things I want to show you. First of all, this has been happening here in California. I'd like to know where, since I'm out here, really. You might have seen this already, but if you haven't, I'm so shocked they're calling this ball lightning because this is absolutely not ball lightning. This is it.
What the fuck is that?
Pay attention to a tree in the background.
Oh shit.
What's eagles?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. What the fuck is that? I'm gonna step back. It's gonna zap us.
Hey, amiga.
Hey.
Amiga.
Here, I'm going to point out a couple things. First of all, as this, whatever it is, like an interdimensional being, starts to dissolve, notice it still illuminates the cars around it. So as it turns between the car on the far right and the black car in the middle and goes between the two, you'll still notice a bluish light bouncing off the cars. And then pay attention to the background to the right. It looks like a tree just grows massively large. Now, I have found this new software that I eventually will get, especially if you people want to super chat so I can start to pay for it, where I could run videos through it to determine if they're AI or not. I've seen enough of this over the last week to know that enough people have seen this phenomenon all over the states that this is probably real. But again, this is why I'm putting it out there for you to decide. So let's finish this video. Again, pay attention to that tree.
Yeah, they did.
And the light.
Wait a minute.
It's pulling it.
What?
What the fuck is that? Oh shit.
Do you see that tree? What the hell is going on?
What's eagles?
Yeah, that's what I was telling you. What the fuck is
Okay, so the other thing is, I don't know if you've heard, but the cousins are in Los Angeles. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but I did an episode on Third Phase of Moon with Brent Cousins last night. So if you haven't seen it, I'll just play for you in its entirety. Give me 1 second and I will pull it up for you right here. Let's see. Share screen. And here you go. And get this sucker to play for you.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Brent Cousins reporting from the Hollywood Hills. I'm here with Dr. J tonight, and we're going to be going over the best UFOs that just came in to Third Phase of Moon. Let's take a look at this. I believe this was captured in Florida just recently. We're looking at two craft stationary up in the sky. They look like a triangular black craft, the mini, basically, TR-3Bs. Is this what we're looking at, Dr. J?
This is amazing footage. First of all, it's daytime, and we're seeing two of them. Not to mention we're seeing power lines and other things that make us triangulate where they are in the sky and figure out their size. Now, I'm tempted to say that these are our reverse engineered as opposed to ET technology. Maybe they're just testing it. Maybe they're getting ready for some sort of disclosure. Or is it Project Bluebeam where they're trying to scare us into thinking there's an alien invasion when there's not?
Are these simply just kites? I don't think so. This is something else. Again, they got some size. It almost looks like the size of school buses. This is pretty intense footage that just came in. Buckle up. We got a lot more coming up with regards to the phenomenon. Hey, leave your opinions. What do you think these two craft are up in the sky? Hey, John, I got the new video that's just about to come up in queue. What's your last opinion on this one?
Well, again, I'd like to know if this is definitely not CGI. I wish there was other angles, because look at how many cars are driving by. You would think there's so many other witnesses.
That's right. Okay, we got the video in queue. Let's roll it right now. All right, we got some opinions on this one. Somebody submitted this to me earlier today, and I was kind of, in shock when I first saw it. We're looking at something, two faces in the cloud, but this one in particular on the left side, you see some hand in there with the cell phone trying to film this. What's going on? Is this some sort of, a clouds pareidolia that we're looking at, or is this maybe AI? I'm not sure. Is this too good to be true, or is this the real deal? I want your opinion.
It could actually go either way. I've seen formations that show things like Jesus. This looks like Genghis Khan, for instance. There's been horses. There's been cities in the sky made of clouds. Again, this is almost looks too good to be natural. It very well could be CGI. You don't see the clouds moving in the face, so that's why I think it might be CGI. And soon we're all going to be using apps that tell people if this is AI or CGI versus real. That's where I'm going to lean on this one. AI.
Yeah, we're going to be covering that. The new applications that you could basically run it through an AI app, and it's going to basically tell us if there's any manipulation with that technology. What's your opinion on this? Is this a manipulated, or is this a real deal? It looks pretty good, but right now AI is getting a little off the hook. But let's just say this was real. What would be the technology behind this?
Honestly, I don't know. It could be a combination of CGI, maybe someone using not Photoshop, but some sort of Apple art tool that could create the image and then use AI to put it in the clouds, in the face in the clouds. That's what I would think it is.
I'm kind of wondering, like, what if the government does have technology that could produce something like this in the sky? How far back does that go from Project Bluebeam, and just kind of the gamut, and how far are they into this unacknowledged program that they could launch at any time for some sort of false flag event?
Oh, absolutely. I could tell you about this. First of all, let's imagine two lasers in the sky. What do they create? They create a 2D image. When you add a third laser pointing, the literally where all three combine is a 3D image. And where those 3 points can move in the sky, the image can move. That is exactly how Project Bluebeam can make something like this appear, or the government can make us think something's in the sky when it's not like this.
Yeah, I'm doing some close-ups on this. Like you said, Dr. J, we're looking at this. Are you not seeing the clouds move in this kind of pattern? Because it's natural. Wind's blowing. You can see the trees are blowing. Those look legit. But these eyes, everything just seems to be almost too good to be true on this. So what's your thoughts, guys? We want to hear your opinion. Leave it in the comment.
Holy, look at that. That is unreal. Look at that. Wow. And if you see the thing, how the dust sucks up, man. And now stronger, you see? Stronger and stronger. Oh my goodness. You see now? Wow. Look at that. And it hit the truck, then maybe it breaks. How long? Look, you see? Hey, it's my car. That's it.
All right, let's roll this again. This is a fun one. We're looking at a little dust devil, but this is incredible footage, especially how close this guy is. You're looking at the the vortice just really concentrated, just kicking up the dust off the ground. We've been watching Reed Timmer over there chasing the tornadoes. He's this guy that goes in the mix of searching for tornadoes, and he actually intercepted one today while he was on a tornado hunt, and he actually got within the tornado itself. I'm sure everybody, if you're into this stuff, Reed Timmer rocks. What do you think of the phenomenon? Just the capture itself. We know this is nothing to do with UFOs, but we just like the weather, the phenomenon, everything, because it's so, our Earth is so unique.
I agree. 25 years ago, when everyone saw the movie The Day After Tomorrow, there was tornadoes in Los Angeles was a joke. But now we start to have them the last 20 years. I would not be surprised if something like this was in Lancaster. Great catch, especially right now since it's tornado season in Tornado Alley, just like Brent said about Reed Timmer, PhD in meteorology, has the Dominator, the world's greatest tornado catcher, storm chaser. Anyway, this is actually happening at the same time as we're praying for those families in Missouri and Kentucky that passed away because of their major tornadoes there.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, it's been pretty tragic that just Tornado Alley is kind of lighting up right now. We're keeping an eye on that. And, all right, we got more videos coming up. It's in the queue. Let's just roll it. See what we got here. All right, this is a unique video that just came in. Some passenger off a commercial airliner got this vantage point of this anomalous object floating above the San Diego. This was captured last year, but somebody wanted us to give our opinion on what this was. In my opinion, we're looking at something that's maybe some sort of aerial blimp.
Well, I'm going to say otherwise because the fact that it is rotating, this reminds me of a lot of the footage that was caught in the early 90s in the Miami wave, the Florida wave. A lot of people can see that great footage in one of my favorite UFO documentaries of the 90s called UFOs Above and Beyond that you could find on YouTube for free.
Yeah, this guy's getting a good shot. We can't complain on the visual evidence that he's capturing. But to me, I think the object's not necessarily moving. It's more the plane. And this thing's just kind of, it's not doing anything incredible. Anyway, what's your opinion? We got more UFOs in the queue right now. So we're just going to roll it. Everybody smash that thumbs up.
What is all that? What is all this? Guys, look at this. Look at the sky. What's going on? What is going on in the sky? Holy crap. Oh my God, look at that. Why? I don't know what's happening. Oh my God, I don't know what's happening. Look at this shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at the sky, guys. What the heck? What's happening? What is happening in the sky? I don't know. This is crazy. This is so crazy. I don't understand it. I'm in the Catalina foothills. And this is what the sky is doing. Guys, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm flabbergasted. I can't understand what this is. I don't know what all this is. Guys, what is this? What is this? Anybody know what this is in the sky? Am I losing my mind? Or are these things just all over the place? They're moving. Yes. What is it? What is it? What is that? What is that in the sky? Oh my gosh. What is that in the sky? Oh my God. You guys. What's happening? What is happening in the sky? Holy crap! Holy crap! What's in the sky? Is anybody else seeing this? This is crazy. This is crazy. What is happening? Oh my God, what is happening? I'm losing my mind. Maybe. Holy crap, I gotta put this. I gotta post this. This is craziness. I don't want to stop. You guys, I'm in the Catalina foothills in Arizona. And this is what's going on in the sky.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little enhancement, bring in a little brightness, contrast, and definitely you hear this woman. She's in awe. She's seen a sporadic array of lights that are just doing these amazing maneuvers in the night sky. And once that brightness contrast kicks in, this thing and these objects are definitely showcasing themselves. That the phenomenon is real. We're looking at something incredible right here. Look at the display of lights just dancing up there. These aren't drones, in my opinion, and you could almost see these tails, kind of like tadpoles. That's what they almost remind me of. But they're illuminated, and they're bright, and it's just a fantastic capture right here. Dr. J, what's your opinion?
You know, it's not very common you see a UFO with a tail, but you do see it, especially these days. Now, initially, I would say this might be shooting stars, but they're changing direction. That's exactly why they're not. These are artificial objects of some sort. There is nothing celestial that changes directions and goes short speeds and then faster speeds. This is not natural, whatever it is. This looks sentient in some way. It's intelligent controlled.
Yeah, this is badass footage. Look at the array. I'm counting maybe almost a dozen of these objects just right up above the scape over here, the city line neighborhood. But there's like dozens of these things. Definitely, they're not comets. I'm thinking they're not celestial either. I'm thinking they're within the atmosphere, maybe about 1,000 feet up at the most. But these things, they almost seem intelligent in its own way, like they're almost communicating and dancing at some point too, as a kind of a duet. But then some just come out of nowhere, and it creates this fantastic display. This woman, she just captured some of the best UFO video I've ever seen of 2025.
I totally agree. Is this a hive mind that we're seeing, or are these all independently controlled that are communicating? Now, here's what I want to say to all the Third Phase of Moon viewers. There's a lot of you out there. Every one of these videos, especially the first one and this one, this is the greatest one of the night. There has to be other witnesses. Please, out there, if you know you've seen this, or you know someone who has seen any of these videos, please contact in the comments or reach cousinsbrothersproductions@gmail.com.
Yeah, appreciate that, John. Again, we got more UFO videos coming in, and for everybody joining us, just smash that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We're trying to get up to 900,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we could do it with your help. Now, I think what do we got coming up here? We're gonna run the videos from the beginning because people just come in and they want to leave their comments, and that's
Okay, that's basically over for you. So let me end that. And here's what I want to know. I'd like to know what you guys think of the first one and the last one. Those are the most important ones. Obviously, you should also check out UFOs Above and Beyond, one of the greatest UFO documentaries of the 90s and even up until the 90s. You could find it free on YouTube, specifically on UFO TV YouTube channel. The two most important videos that I've showed you today are the first one. What do you think of that supposed ball lightning footage, which is not ball lightning, clearly, but whatever idiot posted that explanation, I just thought that's the way I found it, or the way people are labeling. So I'd like to know what you think of that, but it's not just isolated to California. There's a collection of these things that have been happening all over the states and globally for that matter. So I'd love to know what you think about that. And the second most important one is the last one that you saw, the tadpoles over Arizona. With that being said, hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below. I always love to read them. And thanks for being here.